Hi everyone, I'm June. Welcome to my channel. Today we'll be experiencing the Netherlands. The Netherlands is a country in Western Europe, bordering Germany to the east, Belgium to the south, and the North Sea to the northwest. The country's official language is Dutch, with West Frisian as a secondary official language in the province of Friesland. The Netherlands means the lowlands. The land only rises on average 1 meter above on sea level. 1/3 of the land is below the sea level. This country is informally called Holland, but people who don't live in the western part of the Netherlands don't like this because Holland actually was the rich area in the western part of the Netherlands. Netherlands is a small country, but many people live there. It is one of the most densely populated countries in the world. This country is also one of the countries which started the European Union and is the constitutional monarchy. This is the national flower of the Netherlands, the tulip. If I think of this country, the landscapes with lots of tulips come to my mind. Tulips actually originated in the Middle East. The first European who recognized the value of this flower was the Dutch gardener Carolus Clusius. He began planting the tulips in 1593. By the early 17th century, the price of Dutch tulip bulbs rapidly increased. Some single bulbs sold for more than 10 times the annual income of a skilled artisan. This boom eventually led to an economic crisis in 1636, and this period is called tulip mania. The value of tulip bulbs suddenly collapsed, so countless investors, cultivators, and traders were bankrupt. Fortunately, the Dutch market survived this period and the tulip trade eventually stabilized. Since then, the Dutch have continued to grow beautiful tulips, and now the Netherlands is the largest exporter of flowers in the world. Windmills is known worldwide as an iconic symbol of the Dutch culture. Historically, the most important purpose of a windmill was pumping water out of the lowlands and back into the rivers so that the land could be farmed. Today, there are over 1,000 windmills in the Netherlands, and every second Saturday in May, 600 windmills and watermills around the country open their doors to visitors. This day is called National Mill Day. The Netherlands is also known for its wooden shoes or clocks. You will find many kinds of souvenirs like this. The Dutch have been wearing these shoes since medieval times. Most clocks have the bottom of the toe curved up to allow the foot to roll forward, as they are made from wood. When I was in the Netherlands, I could see neither tulips nor windmill because I went to Amsterdam in December. I stayed there just for a weekend, but I could see lots of beautiful buildings that looked like this. And I visited the Anne Frank House and the Van Gogh Museum. Anne Frank House is not a location for entertainment, of course. Anne was in hiding in this house for 2 years with her family during the Nazi occupation of the Netherlands. The family was arrested in 1944, and Anne died of typhus in the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp in 1945 at the age of 15. Until the family was arrested, Anne Frank kept her diary, and later it has been published in more than 70 languages. It is known as the Diary of a Young Girl or the Diary of Anne Frank. If you are an art fan, the Van Gogh Museum is a must-visit. This museum has been one of Amsterdam's top attractions since it opened in 1972. It is the world's largest collection of Van Gogh paintings and artifacts. Next time, I will visit the Rijksmuseum, which is one of Amsterdam's most popular attractions. This museum was founded in 1798 to house the country's huge collection of rare art and antiquities. 1,000,000 cultural artifacts dating from the 13th century to the modern day are exhibited there. The other museum I'd like to visit next time is the Rembrandt House Museum. Rembrandt is considered one of the greatest visual artists in the history of art and the most important in Dutch art history. His greatest creative work is seen in his portrait of his contemporaries, self-portraits, and illustrations of scenes from the Bible. He lived in Amsterdam for 20 years and his house is now a museum. It has been furnished in 17th century style with numerous etching and personal objects. Dome Square lies in the historical center of Amsterdam. The national monument, a white stone pillar, was erected to memorialize the victims of the Second World War. On the west end of the square is the neoclassical Royal Palace. The palace was built as a city hall during the Dutch Golden Age in the 17th century. The building became the Royal Palace of King Louis Napoleon, who was a younger brother of Napoleon I, Emperor of the French. And later it became the Royal Palace of the Dutch Royal House. The current king of the Netherlands is Willem-Alexander since 2013. Amsterdam is the capital of the country, but The Hague is the seat of the country's government and home to the royal family. The Hague is the third largest city in the Netherlands, which is located close to the North Sea. It is also a city of the arts and was home to many prominent Dutch artists. There are many historical buildings and museums to visit there. I think the most famous museum is Amsterdam. It is known for its miniatures depicting life in the Netherlands. There are many yummy snacks in the Netherlands, such as Croquettes. They look like baby pancakes, but they are fluffier. Pannenkoeken are the pancakes, which are bigger than American pancakes, but thicker than French crepes. In the Netherlands, most people eat pannenkoeken for dinner, not for breakfast. For me, the Netherlands is a country of croquettes. When I was there, I was surprised by the vending machine for croquettes. There were many different flavors like beef, veal, chicken, shrimps, goulash, or even a vegetarian croquette. I had chicken breast at home, so I decided to make chicken croquette. See you in the kitchen! It was kind of complicated to make croquettes, but it was delicious. Thank you for watching this video and see you next Friday. Bye!